Hi everybody, I hope you are doing good YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about an interesting topic and it is very confusing for a lot of people, but I'm going to make it easy for you. And the topic is the inversions. So what you got to know at the basic as well as the intermediate level, you got two types of inversions. You got the first inversion and the second inversion. What is the difference? Everything comes from the build up of the chords. Remember, you have firstly scales which are notes arranged on a certain musical interval. And from scales, now you can build your major triads as well as your minor triads, which are the composition of the first, the third, and the fifth. And remember, you can have any three notes combined. You're gonna call them triads because tri means three. And then from them, you can build chords, and chords are three or more notes played simultaneously or that are being played in arpeggio. Now from there, we can build up again and take what we call the major triad inversion and the minor triad inversions, right? So which means we're gonna learn this topic into into two categories. The first one, I'm gonna be showing you the first inversion major triads as well as the first inversion minor triads. And on the other side, I'm gonna show to you the second inversion major triads and the second inversion minor triads. Let's start with the theory behind. The first inversion major triad means on the bass, while playing the chord, we start with the third, and then you can play your first and your fifth. And then the first inversion minor triads, we start with the flat third on the bass, and then you play your first and your fifth. Then on the next category, we have the second inversion major triads, which is made of the fifth on the bass, then the first and the third. And then we have the second inversion minor triad, which is made of the fifth on the bass, the first and the flat third. I hope everything is clear. Now let me show you practically. I'm gonna just take C as our root. It's gonna be the root just to make it easier, right? I'm gonna start with the first inversion, which is gonna be my third, my first, and my third, which is here. So this is my first inversion major triad. Because I have my third, I got my fifth and my first. And you also have it here. Here. And you also have it here. And to go to the next inversion, it's gonna be here. And the last one is here. And then we're gonna have the first inversion minor triads, which are these ones. Again, I'm only using C as a reference, right? So it means C is the root. First one, then you can go here. Then also have this one. This one, and you have this one. Then that's it. And remember, I've only used C as a reference. I keep on repeating because I don't want people to get confused. I'm only showing you the shape and the concept behind, but I gotta use one note as a reference. But you can use it in any key, on any chord, still gonna work. Now let's talk about the second inversions. I'm gonna start with the major triads first and then the minor triads. Let's start with the major triads. The second inversion, major triads, it's gonna be like this. The root is gonna be the fifth, not the roots but the bass. Yeah, the bass is gonna be the fifth, and then you're gonna have the remaining notes to build the triad, which is here. Remember, I'm still using C, which means my bass is the fifth, which is G. It's G, and then C the first, and then the third, which is E. So this is the second inversion major triad. Here, I have it here as well. Remember, the fifth, first, third, and then you're gonna have this one, because we got the fifth, the first, and the third. Second inversion major triad, and the last one's gonna be here, which is fifth, first, third. That's it for the second inversion major triads. And then we're gonna have the second inversion minor triads, and it is like this. Fifth. Oh yeah, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be like this. Why is it gonna be like this? Because I got my fifth, my first, and my third flat. Which is the same as this one. And we're gonna have this one. This is my first, my fifth, my third flat. Remember, fifth, first, flat third, and the last one is gonna be like this, because this is my fifth, my first, my flat third. So yeah, that's all you gotta know. And I'm not saying that these are the only inversions that you have, but these are the foundations. Everything else comes from this. So you gotta know these ones in order to understand the things that are more advanced. Now, I'm gonna show you a small trick, and then we're gonna end the lesson here. So here's the trick. If you understand properly the music theory, you know any major chord, it is built upon the first, the third, and the fifth. And any minor chord is built upon the first, the flat third, or it is called as well the minor third, and the fifth. Since we're talking about inversion, it means you're gonna have the first inversion, which is the third on the bass. Then you can have either the first and the fifth, or the fifth and the first, doesn't matter. Then you're gonna have second inversion, which is the fifth on the bass. Then you can have the first and the third afterwards, or the third and the first afterwards, depends. Now I'm gonna show you practically what to do. Every time you have any triad, just take the third note and the major third, of course, move it a half step below, flatten it, then it's gonna be a minor inversion. let's take this one, first inversion, right? Sorry, this is my third, this one. So if I flatten it, it's gonna be a minor triad of the first inversion. It's gonna be like this. Same thing here, you got this, then you flatten this, same thing, you got this one. When you got this, you just flatten the third, which is this one here, something like this. Same, you got this one, and then you flatten the third, which is this one. That's it. That's it. So that's all you need for the first inversion major triads and the first inversion minor triads as a trick. Now, it's the same trick that's going to be applied for the second inversion major triads and the second inversion minor triads. We got, for example, this, and then this is the third, right? You flatten it. You flatten it. It's gonna be here, and then this one. You got this one, for example. Then you flatten the third. Then you got this one. Then you flatten the third, which is here. Then you got this one. And then flatten the third, which is here now. Very simple. Very, 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 very simple. So that's it for today. Remember, first inversion, major triads, minor. Then you got it somewhere here. Minor, major, minor, major, minor. You also got this major, minor, major, minor, major, minor, major, minor. So that's it. Please comment, like, subscribe, and if you want to know more, detailed things about this lesson, just DM me. You got my email, you got my Instagram in my biography. And please, as a content creator, the only way you can support me right now is by subscribing, because when you're subscribing, the algorithm pushes my video higher and it recommends more my videos. Otherwise, it's gonna bring them down. So please help me out, help the community. Click that subscribe button and tune for the next video. See you in the next video. Let me know in the comment section what you want me to improve or what you want me to cover, what lessons you want me to teach, and ciao.